Well, Roger Rogies, I want to make some sort of debate today because things got pretty heated on my Twitter this morning. We were talking about the Earshot Prize of William being already in New York City to meet with Michael Bloomberg for starters, and then this happened. GB News brings William to meet with Bill Gates as he makes second pivotal US trip. Oh my God. Where do I begin? But you know that I have this philosophy that sometimes things with the royal family can get a bit political, and that's normal. After all, they cannot live in a bubble, right? After all, there was a moment in time in history in which Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II had to meet Hugo Chavez, the man who literally destroyed my country. Now, I have mad respect for Queen Elizabeth in this regard because she politely, in a very British way, declined the offer of an absolutely out of protocol hug. I've mentioned this in other times, but again, I apologize in behalf of the Venezuelan people. Well, the ones that did not vote for him, of course. And thanks to Camelia for her comment, which adds yet another nuance to this. Yeah, but there is a subtle difference here. Chavez was a head of state, so it's part of the duty. That's true. But at the same time, William chooses to meet with Bill Gates or Michael Bloomberg or any other of these figures. But yes, these topics can get very intense because that's how politics works. Sometimes we are talking about blind fanatism of the worst kind, and that's why I prefer to stay away from them. As the meme says, the best I can do is not talk about this. I've done that in the past, for example, when King Charles was hanging out with Sadiq Khan, and well, no comments about the guy, when they were activating a climate change clock or something. There are so many things that I could say about Khan, but this is not the place or the channel to say them. But I never miss an opportunity to use those same concepts from those delicate topics to create memes, such as my completely made up poll about Meghan's popularity versus Cannes U.S. cameras. But then we arrive at a point where I just can't control myself and I have to speak my mind. I mean, Bill Gates has not been charged about anything, that's right, but I don't think he's someone worth trusting. And after all, this is not the first time William has been in contact with him. In fact, this is not the first time that this has happened since 2019 at least. So, yes, I also need to keep doing my homework. But I wanted to know on Twitter, what do you think about this meeting? And I have to say there was around a 7% difference between both opinions, whether this meeting was positive or negative. Be negative the most popular option. Anyway, I had an opinion. I don't think Bill Gates is a good man. I don't think the meeting is a good idea, no matter how many times it has happened in the past. But that's my personal and professional opinion. And you can imagine how I was attacked today because of that. Somehow I was undermining the royal family, the Earshot Prize, everything. But it's worth remembering that barely 48 hours ago, I was with Nana on GB News defending the royal family about those claims that they remain silent about the Invictus Games. And you have all the right in the world to ask, Jesus, you're a Venezuelan man in his 40s. What are you doing using your precious time on national British television defending a family that most probably don't know that you exist? And yes, I've been asked that question sometimes. And my answer is always the same. Because I choose to. I have no bosses. I'm not even a citizen of the UK. I am not even a citizen of any country of the Commonwealth. But it is my belief that William and Catherine stand for values and principles that we need nowadays, and that's why they have my support. I am not saying that I don't support King Charles and Queen Camilla. I do support them. I do support the British monarchy. And just to be crystal clear, I also support English breakfast, even if I need some antacid after one of those. But it's worth it. But no, really, it's like today I was trying to find any references about William taking a commercial flight from the UK to the United States, and there was no confirmation. And thanks to Kat, Duchess of Helgoland, I got the Vanity Fair article where it confirms that William flew commercial, and this is important. You remember that flying to Boston last year, William and Catherine flew commercial as well. And I was just asking this morning for some spontaneous pictures of William on that commercial cabin because that was the message of the Earthshot Prize, the sustainability. What did I get instead? A tax. That I should not be questioning Kensington Palace's decisions or William's decisions, or that no photo was needed, or that nobody needed to know if he flew private or commercial, anything. And I said, well, all right, so it seems like I can't ask questions now. Now, there are things that just need to happen, like William being received by the President of the United States. And I don't say Joe Biden, even if Joe Biden is the President of the United States, because it's the figure. He's meeting the head of state. I don't know if Biden asked for a hug. I hope not. But yes, this is part of the job description as a royal. I understand that in most cases, such as King Charles with Sadiq Khan, perhaps there is little room to choose if you want or do not want to. But well, in Catherine's case, part of the job description requires the ability to drop off a helicopter in high heels and looking amazing at the same time. I don't know how she did it, but she did. And this was while visiting the Royal Naval Air Station in Jovilton. Also testing an evacuation life vest, which, not gonna lie, looks quite comfortable. And Captain Duncan Thomas, our NAS Jovilton commanding officer, said of Catherine's visit today, I am delighted and privileged to have welcomed the Princess of Wales to the Royal Naval Air Station Jovilton at the start of what I am sure will be a long and rewarding relationship in her capacity as Commodore-in-Chief of the Fleet Air Arm. We've all been hugely excited by this opportunity, and I am delighted that Her Royal Highness will be able to support and inspire our exceptionally talented sailors, air crew, and workforce family for years to come. So that's why I told you that today's video was going to be a bit out of the ordinary, but most importantly, I would love to know your opinion on this. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, my roguies, and remember, much love and bliss.